Hey there, how you doing? My name is Blake. I'm here to speak about drone school. A couple reasons why we need to do this. These little guys right here, about $100, really can't hurt anyone. Use a device to program them, to fly them, to control them. Typically the worst thing could happen is the propellers get tangled in a girl's hair, right? Great for school, great for indoor, great for a start. Move into a little bigger drone right around $500. This guy here doesn't look like a lot, but it's got the foam padding to protect you from hitting other obstacles. This can have a controller with it, or it can use a device. Basically, the GPS on here is what allows this to be worth more, because I can program waypoints in here, and it will actually pick up footage from those waypoints that I set. So imagine a Google Maps, and I say fly to the park and take a picture, and then fly to the baseball diamond and take a picture. It does everything that I program it to do, as long as it has enough battery life. Then we got the big boy, which is right behind us, and actually using to record this. This guy will go out of the box at least 400 feet high. 400 feet is the max, and that's the reason why we need drone school, is these things are fairly inexpensive to get and will fly way out of range and cause problems in our aircraft airways. So we have to make sure that we're doing our due diligence of teaching these kids how to fly these drones. These are very economical, but very powerful in the classroom. We have 70 of them that we use every single summer that our students fly around. So we actually have learned from all of our breakages on how to, the best way of incorporating these things into the classroom. Let's take a look at how far this thing will go and how fast it will go, right? So when we start up the propellers here,
the home point has been updated. Take off.
we'll see right now that I'm automatically scaling to 30 feet in altitude already. And you can see that the different ratio in which we can scale our vision, right? So now I can see miles away, and I'm only less than 100 feet high, okay? As I start to scroll down the roadway, okay, I can use this to leverage in any classroom as far as finding objects, shape recognition, color recognition. But things we have to talk about is that as we go over personal property, is that we can't be capturing footage because it would be illegal to be capturing footage over people's properties, right? And so what's our purpose of our flight? We have to understand the purpose of our flight, right? So it's very important for our students to understand that digital citizenship component of flying. The one thing that you really can't see, I have power lines behind me that actually may mess with our signal. So I'm gonna fly forward because you're not supposed to fly near power lines. I know a lot of law enforcement lately have been using these, fire departments. As you can see out here, I have a lot of fields. And so as these fields arise and appear, we have a lot of farmers that are using them to not only take pictures, but also to figure out where they're having irrigation issues, okay? The technologies on these things are growing daily. It's gonna be important for our kids to understand how valuable it is to know the rules and regulations set forth by the FAA. Snap a little picture here. Okay. It's also important to understand where your aircraft is. So at 400 feet, as you can imagine, right now we're only about 200 feet high. Okay, it's like a dot in the sky. At 400 feet, you can barely see this thing. So it's very important to understand the rules and regulations. It'll move about 40 miles an hour. Currently we have a bunch of storms over Indiana. Tornadoes are coming in. We actually had one, we don't know if it's confirmed tornado, but definitely something took down a building earlier this afternoon, about an hour ago. It's pretty calm right now. Okay, as we do a 360 view of our area, just by doing a pan around, you can see the housing addition, you can see the farms, you can see the skyline. Okay, you can see miles. Kids want these things in their hands, man. I'm telling you, everywhere I go, they want them. Actually had a situation in Philadelphia where a girl pulls one out of the box, had never flown it. She had a bunch of warning lights going off on the device, and she had no idea what that meant. So we had her bring it down, talk to her about it, and she appreciated the advice. But there are tons of people around that are getting these things because they're fairly inexpensive. You can get them online, get them anywhere. The regulations from the FAA have actually been relaxed, mainly for commercial pilots. Have there been issues? And a lot of those are becoming lax now. Quite a bit of wind coming off here. You can probably hear it in the microphone. As you get close, obviously, if I were to put my fingers in those propellers, something bad could occur. So it's very important that our kids understand how important this is. But also think of the value of the amount of jobs are going to be created here in the next 10 years because of this device. This device alone is going to create billions of dollars in the U.S. economy, from videography to irrigation to cleaning of water flow in town. You get on that side. Or there, either way. This device is so inexpensive compared to a helicopter that would go survey land and survey the water areas, irrigation. It's very important that we understand that this device is not just for spying. This is a very impressive tool that can be used across all genres of jobs across America. So we train our kids to have the aptitude to fly these things and have the skills to get these jobs. Okay, I think that's good.